Hey, Sagittarius, intuitive soul coach here with your final countdown end of 2023 reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below your video. Wow. Okay, Sag, you have some really wonderful things coming into your energy field. Right away here, you have the joyful muse. This is all about inspiration, creativity, harmony, joy. It's also about focusing on the things that bring you excitement, inspiration, and passion. So this could be focusing on your hobbies. Some of you may be learning a new craft. You may be enhancing some of the skills that you currently have. For others of you, I do feel like there could be a new creative project or endeavor that is actually manifesting, or something's coming to fruition here. This reminds me of the Ace of Wands energy. So you're definitely chasing your dreams, your passions. If you felt a little bit burnt out, or if you felt a lack of energy, or you just didn't feel the flow of inspiration, that's shifting here for you. This could shift into your relationships. You may start to be more creative. You may have a more creative approach where you maybe embrace new hobbies with a loved one, or with a partner, or with a child or a family member. You could also be getting out there, trying new things. And if you're looking for love, that would be a perfect opportunity to meet new people and mingle by focusing on what inspires you. Someone could be taking a new class or a course, maybe in creative arts. It could be music, education, learning. I also see here that you could be taking a trip that's joyful, right? It allows you to let your inner child come out and have a little bit of fun, have a little bit of play. So Sagittarius, if you've been holed up, locked up, or you just haven't quite felt like yourself, that's about to shift here. You're shifting your own energy because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, for some of you. For others of you, if this is a business idea, I feel like you're really going to go far, because the next card here you have is the Netcaster. Preparations come to fruition. So something that maybe you've been preparing for, you've felt quite excited, maybe very joyful about. It could be a change within the home. Okay, it could be new carpet, new paint for the wall for some of you Sagittarians, some projects around the house. I'm also getting here wood burning, woodworking. You may be creating things with the hands. Things are coming to fruition here in a very powerful way. When the Netcaster comes in, right, she brings in her net and she catches some really beautiful things here. So whatever it is that you've set out to kind of catch, Sagittarius, it's happening here for you. So I'm loving this energy. I also feel that there's a lot of prosperity coming in here. Now, this could be a big change in your career. For some of you, you could be even retiring. You may be leaving the corporate world. If you're already retired, I definitely sense that there could be some new groups that you join, new communities, new networks. You're getting together and having a little more fun. Someone could be teaching or taking a dance class as well. You could be writing a song, writing music. You could be working with writers. Maybe you're writing a book as well. You're definitely shifting up the mix here, and you're feeling more inspired than you have in quite some time. Or if you just went through a little bit of a lull, Sagittarius, whether it was a week, a month, or a year, I feel like you're diving within the heart of hearts here, and you're getting creative in a big way. And it's going to affect all areas of your life. It's a ripple effect here. Now you also have the Horseman. This is showing up of preparation for 2024. So there's great change showing up. If you've been looking for a job for a year, or if you've been wanting to make a transition, or if you've been shifting relationships, or I'm getting here sifting, okay? It's an energy. I mean, some of you, maybe you're actually sifting flour as you're listening to this, but I'm getting sifting through relationships, or filtering out, maybe understanding and realizing that there are some people who bring out the best of you, and some people who bring out maybe some of the negative qualities. Okay, so I feel like there's great change showing up here that you're preparing for, and this is exciting change. I'm also getting that there could be a very big or large move or a business trip or travel. Some of you, it's very far. It could be to a different continent. Okay, so that's pretty big here. It wouldn't surprise me to see the world showing up in your reading. Okay, I also wouldn't be surprised to see maybe even the Fool, because some of you are going on a fool's journey and you're bringing that childlike enthusiasm, a sense of excitement, maybe even carrying, just what you have. Packing lightly is kind of what I get here for you. So let's clarify. Sagittarius, what do we need to know about this joyful muse and inspiration? What are you feeling inspired to do at this time? How can we best utilize this energy that's available and present here for you? What do we need to know? Okay, I'm getting the name here, which is interesting because you literally have a cat. So the name could be Kat, Katarina, Catherine, or K-A-T. That could be part of a name, Kat. Kathmandu, right? Okay, so we have the Temperance card showing up. Yeah, you've had to be patient, kind of waiting for that inspiration to well back up in your energy field. There's something here that maybe you took to extremes at times, because when this Temperance card shows up, this is about patience. You've had to learn how to master the art of patience in a sense. You've had to learn how to blend the energies. This is about moderation, compromise, self-control, because you or someone around you may have gone through some extremes, some highs of highs, some lows of lows, whether within your feelings, your actions, how you've processed information at times. It's kind of all over the place, but what I'm getting is there's more of a creative balance, and you're looking at maybe the different foods that you eat, what you're putting into your body. You may be reading new articles, new types of books, listening to music. So you're balancing something out here by opening yourself up to a new way of living, a new way of doing, and a new way of being. I like this energy because some of you were overindulging in forms of excess that may have even caused some shifts within your body. It could be weight gain. It could be created dis-ease. It could have been high cholesterol, right? Diabetes for some of you. I'm also getting a good detox is something that maybe you've done or you may do in the coming months. But being able to moderate what you put into your body, what you listen to, what you read. So I feel like you're finding that flow of energy, and you're actually feeling quite inspired because you feel more in balance. Let's take a look and see what else we need to know. For some of you, you've had to be patient with a project. Maybe you were working on writing a book for the last 14 years. For others of you, maybe you've been learning and in or a part of an online learning community where maybe it would take a person that was focusing all their time and attention a month to finish, but maybe for you it's taken a couple years, right? So it's being patient with yourself. But I'm also getting that there's been a spark, or there will be a fire or passion lit up within you. I mean, after all, Sagittarius, you are fiery energy. So if that fire went out, you can get ready to feel revived, okay? Because I almost get like revival season for you. Even if you're hunkered down, or even if you kind of go into hermit mode and just focus on your craft, learning, things of that nature in your own time and space, I feel like this is a really good time for you. What else do we need to know about the joyful muse showing up here for Sagittarius, please? Thank you. Two of Swords. This is a time for you to get decisive. Get decisive on what you want versus what you don't want, the things that are helpful versus hindering. So you're looking at polarities, and this would make sense for a lot of you watching this video in October, which is all about balance. And you're making some choices here this month that are going to affect you for the rest of 2023 and into, the upcoming years. So you have this Two of Swords here. It is in reverse. So perhaps you didn't want to make any decisions, or you didn't feel prepared enough because you didn't have enough information, or you didn't have enough pages in your book, or you just weren't ready to launch an idea. Well, get ready, because you're stepping into this next phase where you're preparing to bring something to life, bring something to fruition here. Yep, and it's going to bring a whole heck of a lot of happiness. Look at that. You have the sun. What a beautiful card to get with this joyful muse. This is the card of good health. It's the card of celebration, dance. You can see here that she's birthing, she's carrying life within her. Some of you are birthing new creations into the world, or actually little humans. You may receive celebratory news. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe you're becoming a mother or grandmother or grandfather. For some of you, you could be getting a new pet. You're celebrating here with animals as well. But you're heading towards your happiness. You're embracing. And remember, it's not something external. It's something within you that's lifted, right? So some challenges, some patience, some blending of energies that we have happen within us. You're transmuting that, and you're actually coming to a place of a lot of abundance and prosperity here, whatever that may look like for you. I sense that there's people coming into your mix that maybe you haven't seen, or maybe you haven't celebrated, or maybe at times they took you or you took them for granted. I feel like there's a reunified energy showing up here where there's happy moments. There's going to be songs. I see singing. Someone may be a singer, or because they have the joyful, someone could be going to a piano bar, because they're showing me a pianist or a piano player. For others of you, maybe you have a piano in your home, or pay attention to the piano. That could be a message that, that sunshine is right around the corner, that you are actually embracing it. There's just a couple of things that you're lifting from your energy field that you've been working on, and it's going to inspire you to take that next step. Now you also have the netcaster preparations. Yep, things are coming to fruition here. What you're doing now is it's like you're reeling in that net. It reminds me when I was a kid, I used to go smelting on Lake Superior. For those of you that do not know what smelting is, it's where you take a really big net and you walk out in waders, and you walk out into the water, and you basically, with another person, you net in all of the little tiny smelt, and then people eat them, and you can pickle them and do whatever with them. But it reminds me of working together in a team environment, whether you're partnering up with an actual corporation, business, partnership, and it most importantly is your partnership here with spirit. And I feel like you're bringing something in, right? Due to that partnership, due to putting in the work, right? Wading out into the water, and that current can be strong, right? It can be cold, and sometimes it can knock you over, and then your waders get filled with water, and you get drenched, and you get, logged down. So yeah, it can be challenging at times to put out what you want into the universe, but you're not afraid of a little bit of work. You're not afraid, because Sagittarius, that you're going to have something in that net. And I feel for you, there's going to be some great blessings that maybe you aren't even expecting, right? So for example, instead of seeing, hundreds of little smelt in that net, maybe there was a beautiful, crystal or a rock, something else that may show up unexpectedly as a bonus. That's kind of what I get here for you. So let's clarify. What are you preparing to bring to fruition? What do we have here, please, for Sagittarius? What's coming to fruition here? Yep, and it's landing right on this joyful muse, this inspiration. So I do feel, thank you. I do feel that out of something you've been working on, and this over here is kind of part of the change that's coming in. So let's see what we have here. The 10 of Wands, yep, and the 3 of Swords. You're releasing some sort of pain. Some of you may even be transmuting that pain. If you have any Scorpio in your chart, or if you are on that Scorpio cusp, or you resonate with Scorpio energy, you may want to check that out as well. But you could be turning something that may have been difficult, challenging, stressful. Some of you are even looking at your old journals and you're seeing how far you have come. And wow, look at that bright light that's coming in here for you. So it's like you've carried a lot of these burdens for a while, but you're laying them down to rest, or you're transmuting that energy into something quite beautiful that can actually help out other people, because both of these cards are showing up in reverse. And so the 10 of Wands says you're bringing in others to help you out here, right? You're bringing in spiritual help, like we mentioned, a partnership, some sort of collaboration, and they're actually helping you through some sort of difficulty or challenge. And it could be something minor, it could be something major. Let's take a look at what that could be for you before we connect to these cards partnered with the change. What do we have? Why the 3 of Swords, please, and the 10 of Wands? Yeah, you're releasing in order to have, there's your Ace of Wands. And that's what that joyful muse is bringing in. So for some of you, this is a joyful, loving relationship that's based on even a little bit of play, a little bit of fun, a little bit of magic. And there's the paintbrush again, if you can see it up there. So you're painting a new picture is what I'm getting here for you. You're telling yourself a new story. You are characterizing with a new role, with a new player, right? Think of playing the game Monopoly, and you can pick any piece that you want to play the game of Monopoly. But what you've already done is you've come around and it's time for you to collect the $200 and maybe check out of something in the past, or keep going, but you may decide to switch up, that role. Maybe instead of the little horseman, or, the boot, or whatever partner or character that you picked, I feel like you're switching that up, or you're definitely landing on some really good investments is what I'm getting. And there's communication here. Now, Ace of Wands is all about that creativity, that passion. And they're actually showing me, okay, boardwalk. Now, that is a space on Monopoly. So some of you could actually be, maybe you're going to a boardwalk, or you live near one. Maybe you're hosting some sort of a stand or an event on a boardwalk. Please take that as it resonates. Page of Swords, getting curious, staying open to discovery, to new ways of doing things. I feel like you're wanting to research at this time. Yeah, because there's the High Priestess at the bottom. So you could be even researching psychics, seers, mentors. You may be looking into tarot, oracle cards, runes, the magic within. You may also be partnering up with, again, a high priestess, or someone who can help you transmute some sort of challenge or pain to help you feel more inspired, because sometimes our inspiration is blocked when we are going through a lot of pain. But with this high priestess, I feel like this is about you trusting in your own intuition. You see all the books behind her, and that's great. She has the wisdom, she has the knowledge, but sometimes she just needs to trust what she's being guided to trust. And I feel like there's something that you're being called to trust because you're preparing for it to come to fruition. You've been working really hard. You don't want to be disappointed. You don't want to think this is all for nothing. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, there's something here with the Tower. It's like you don't want to have a Tower moment. Some of you are fearing that there's going to be a crumble or something will not work out. Let's try to shift that belief system. Okay, I mean, of course, if your intuition is guiding you, yes, you're heading towards change, but trust that everything is happening as it should. And this is your advice. Yeah, King of Pentacles, you're going to be okay. Right? This is about a solid foundation, financial stability as well. Page of Pentacles says that something may have felt stuck. It may have been delayed, or maybe you were waiting for the right time, but you're going to be okay. And the outcome, or part of the change, which we see, is Six of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is all about, yeah, because you have the Page of Pentacles. So there's going to be some sort of news, something being delivered, offered, something you're putting out there. It's going to get you out of a sticky situation, right? So whatever that Three of Swords is, you're kind of coming out of that, and that's leaving you feeling a little bit more inspired in order for you to take some action that leads to your son, that leads to that happiness. But the Knight of Pentacles says that it's been a long time coming, or it felt very slow or stagnant in energy. It took a lot of growth. It took a lot of willpower, okay? Because this Knight of Pentacles, he's one of the most trustworthy, reliable action takers there is, but he does take slow action. And sometimes he can feel too cautious to take the next step. But I feel like this is you finally, after a long time coming, or after a long time of letting some sort of maybe disappointment brew in your life. I feel like you're definitely moving on. Six of Swords is telling yourself that new story, right? Painting a new picture, dressing yourself up in a new character to play a different kind of game here. And it's not about, games, head games or mind games. It's about, being that character in this game of life, basically. So some of you are leaving behind an old job. It could be a relationship. Don't look back. Okay, I'm hearing don't look back, or don't second guess, don't hesitate. Now, typically the Six of Swords, they're looking forward. They're not looking back. And in this Six of Swords, she is looking back. So she may be questioning, am I doing the right thing, right? Am I supposed to be going in this direction? Your intuition is guiding you towards it. Take off. There may be a little bit of melancholy. There may be a little bit of nostalgia. But don't let that stop you from taking the next move, okay? Because in the near future, preferably here before the end of 2023, but this is also preparing you for 2024, there's going to be great change here, Sagittarius, great change. And this could show up in any area of your life, and most likely many areas, but it's because you are the one that is shifting. You are the one that's changing. And when you change, the way you look at things, the things you look at change as well. So Six of Cups, beautiful. There is your gift from the universe. It's about generosity, right? Kindness, compassion. You can see here that this flower gardener, herbalist, he's gifting this flower plant to this young girl. And she's grateful for it. So there is an energy exchange happening here. Six of Cups, as we just mentioned, can be the card of melancholy and a little bit of nostalgia as well. But I'm getting here, there's a second chance to be all that you can be, to embrace yourself in the purest form, Sagittarius, for you to be kind and compassionate, and to let go of some of the disappointments that have happened in the past, to have this new beginning, possibly even with one of your children. Okay, Herald of Change. For those of you that have young children, you may be shifting up the way that you parent. Okay, you may be taking a look at some of the old beliefs of how you were parented and making sure that you're transmuting that pain or some sort of parenting style that maybe isn't the best for your own children, and you're shifting that dynamic. Okay, what else do we have here, please, with the change? Okay, well, you're getting the Tower, whether you want it or not, but I do feel like this is good change. And I love this Tower, and let me tell you why here. Because if you can I'm just going to zoom in. Let's just get a close-up. Look at this Tower. She has her wand. It's spitting out some sort of juju, some magic there at the end of her wand, but it's almost like she has a little bit of a smirk on her face, and she's looking back. And I love this because I always say, give a good challenge a nice wink, right? And that's kind of what she's doing here, Sagittarius. So this Tower you've created, not in a manipulative way, but in a way of, okay, I'm ready. I've been ready for this to crumble. I've been ready for this to fall, because it was built on a faulty foundation anyway. And I want to free myself from whatever this was, because it was stinking up the energy and I just didn't want to be a part of it. So I'm going to tear it down. So for some of you, this is a self-induced Tower. Now, towers get such a bad rap. It doesn't have to be a negative change. It can be a surprise, right? Maybe an unexpected pregnancy, or someone unexpectedly walks into your life and you fall in love where maybe you thought you would never love again. Okay, this can be a major move or a relocation. Maybe your job says, sorry, we're transferring you to a new base, and you have to move. So the Tower, it can be an unexpected shift. But I get the feeling here with this Herald of Change and with the Six of Cups, this is a blessing. This is a blessing, and it may or may not be disguised, but I definitely get the energy of a blessing. And we're actually going to take a look and read the message of the horseman. It's card 30. Some of you may be born on the 30th. You may be 33 or 42 years old. And the message here of the horseman, this is about good news. It can also be about caution, and it's about herald of great change. When the horseman appears, he is inviting you to spread the good news. Everyone already knows the bad news, and your task is to point out the beautiful when others see only the ugly. Note the possible. No matter how implausible it may seem, this does not mean becoming giddy or blindly optimistic, but rather reminding yourself that every storm cloud has a silver lining. Become a herald of the positive, Sagittarius. Put away the fatalist attitude, the dire predictions, the dreadful expectations about the world or about your life. Declare the arrival of a new and better you. Proclaim that you have risen from the realms of the dead, woken from a long and dreadful slumber, and are back on the world stage. I love this. The show is on again. Yeah, like we said, get into a new character, because it's the game of life. Like I said, it's not about head games, mind games, manipulation, control. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about here. The horseman cautions you to not allow your exuberance to become hollow or trivial. Be sure that there is substance to the news you spread, and you are willing to live up to the expectations you raise. The world will welcome you with open arms as you share an uplifting message. Heed the horseman when he shows up once, for he bears good news and is announcing a prosperous and peaceful time. When he shows up twice in the same reading, though, he did, right? The Tower showed up twice in the same reading. Use caution, right? Use caution, because if you heed this warning, it's going to turn out well. So there is something that you are preparing for here, but the fact that you have the Tower in reverse and upright, I feel like you're transmuting the negative into the positive. But like it says, not with a exuberant type of energy, not with a false prophecy, but with a silver lining. And that's what you're doing here. That's what you're gifting others, whether this is your family, whether this is your friends, whether this is your clients, the people you work with, or the universe at large. There's some big shifts here happening, and I'm loving this vibration happening here for you, Scorpio, or excuse me, Sagittarius. See, some of you do have strong Scorpio placements. Let's take a look and clarify. I want to know a little bit more about the Tower, how we can best prepare, how we can best deliver some sort of news. What do we need to know about the Tower or this change showing up here, please? The Ace of Swords. Clearly communicate, right? Stay in your integrity. Be honest. Be authentic. The Ace of Swords shows up as an aha or light bulb moment. It is about solutions, cutting through any miscommunication, any indecisiveness, any indecision, and just going and doing and following through, okay? So I definitely sense that, yeah, and look at that. The Ace of Swords, there's some lightning there, but she has her sword up in the sky, and I feel like there is help. Help has showed up in these winged creatures. So there's definitely a lot of change happening here for you, Sagittarius. Embrace it. Don't hold back. Okay, embrace this change. If you go into this change with a lot of fear, with a lot of, heaviness, it's cautioning you. That's what the caution is, not to move into a fear-based vibration or fear-based energy, but to see the silver lining. And that's going to bring about a lot of positive energy or a lot of shifts for the better. Let's take a look and get a final outcome. Final outcome for the final countdown. What do we have here for Sagittarius, please? Sagittarius final outcome. Okay, you have here your first card out. You have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is all about truth, right? If you're watching this in October, it makes complete sense as we navigate through eclipse season, which is all about truth, shattering illusions. It can be about secrecy, taking off masks, right? Being fully seen, being fully heard, but also seeing through other people's BS. So some of that, what I said earlier, manipulation, games, mind games, could be someone else, right? That was playing that with you, but you're like, nope. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Sagittarius, the devil is in the details here. And even though we don't have the devil, we do have the Three of Swords and the Tower. So it's important to focus on truth, focus on, again, integrity and honesty. If people were trying to get away with things, that's not happening here anymore for you. There's no more weaseling in and out of your life, okay? If someone was wearing a false mask, the masks are coming off. The gloves are coming off is kind of what I'm getting as well. Because the bear energy is coming in with that Queen of Pentacles, and she can be that earth mother, right? She's all about protection. She's a very noble soul. So you are being called at this time to protect your integrity at all costs, right? Don't compromise your integrity by some weasel that shows up, okay? Now you also have the Ten of Cups and you have the Tower again. Oh my word. The Tower is your final card. So there could be a huge shakeup. But the Ten of Cups is about divine blessings, lasting happiness and success. I mean, you have the Sun and the Ten of Cups. So whatever change this is that's affecting you personally, professionally, on a global or worldwide level, right? Go into it with a sense of openness, not fear. With a sense of love, not fear. A sense of open arms instead of holding, back or masking something. There's a lot of happiness here. It is showing up in reverse, so there could be some truths around family, some secrets around a family dynamic. All right, the Tower. So it could be coming down because there's a shocking change. It's all about transformation and liberation. Wow, 3 towers in one reading. That's pretty powerful. So again, with all of your surrounding cards here, trust that this change is for the highest good of all, right? Sagittarius, this is good. Embrace it. So the Seven of Swords, I don't feel like this is you, right? I mean, some of you, if you were at any point lying to yourself about a situation or holding yourself in an energy of confinement, you're taking off that mask, you're getting honest with yourself and moving forward. But for a lot of you, I feel like this could be a family member, right? Weaseling their way back into maybe someone's life. It could be an ex. It could be anyone. I feel like you're not having it. You're not partaking in it. Okay. This is a pretty powerful reading. Let's take a look and get a few messages from your soul's truth. All right. Who wants to know more about the Seven of Swords, right? Raise your hand. Let's just pull my curiosity, right? My air element in me wants to know even more about the Seven of Swords. Let's just take a look. What's the Seven of Swords, Spirit? Can we clarify a little bit more about the Seven of Swords? Thank you. Four of Pentacles, letting go. Letting go of maybe that old player, because they're showing me Monopoly again. And I feel like you're staying at... It's like you're staying at the jail position. For those of you that have played Monopoly, right? Go to jail. And it's like you stay there until you hit a doubles and then you're out of it, I believe is how it works. So some of you feel like you're captive, but you're hitting the doubles. There's some sort of roll that you're getting. Pay attention to double numbers. It could be double sixes for some of you. Okay, it could be dice, maybe lucky dice. Some of you may have that. There's the moon showing up in reverse, some sort of illusion, some sort of truth, secrecy. Something's coming out in the open here. It's going to allow you to build a new sense of stability instead of hanging on to the old way of doing things, the old belief. This could be the old thoughts around money or security or safety. Going to allow you to let go, because the Four of Pentacles can be hanging on and letting go, and that can be one of the most difficult things we do here on earth, right? Is letting go. It's an art form. We have to master it. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of effort, and a lot of trial and error. You have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're taking off. And actually, I love this Knight of Wands because look at that. There's a dragon up there. You're not afraid to head towards the dragon's lair. So kudos to you, Sagittarius, because there's something that you're heading towards. But like I said, you're giving that challenge a wink in the eye and you're saying, I got this, right? I'm heading towards this, or you're not going to be able to bypass it. But I feel like you have what it takes, because look at, you have the Hermit. You have the deep wisdom to be able to, right, fly towards this maybe tower or fly towards some sort of change. but allow yourself to rest in the woods. You're not scared of what's in the woods, right? You're not scared of the big bad monsters out there or the howling coyotes. Have y'all ever heard howling coyotes? They can be a little intimidating. Now the hermit, you have the owl up here. So there is a sense of wisdom coming in here for you, Sag. There is a sense here of trusting that all is well, but allowing yourself to kind of pause, make fire, rest, and know that you have what it takes to gain any introspection, any self-knowledge, to be able to embrace the change. And you're not alone. Look at that. You have the owl, you have the cat here in the background, you have the sound of nature. They're giving me the sound of silence. That's a song, I believe. Limp Bizkit, The Sound of Silence. For those of you that have maybe you've never heard of Limp Bizkit or that song, I believe it's called The Sound of Silence. You may want to look that up. There could be something specific in those lyrics, okay? Or if someone has it, maybe post it in the comments below. So definitely some powerful changes coming in. So Seven of Swords, something's being reflected to you that allows you to let go and embrace change. And last but not least, soul's truth. What do we need to know for Sagittarius? What does Sagittarius need to know at this time, please? Thank you. Oh, wow. I love this. What am I looking for outside myself that is already within me? Remember, beautiful ones, that hermit, he already has everything he needs within. Are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? When we search outside ourselves, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never feel quite good enough. It's time to go inward to find everything you seek. All the answers you need, Sagittarius, lie within you. And that was your final card with that hermit, right? And that tower. Today's soul action. Breathe in your favorite essential oil. Inhale deeply into your belly. Drop your shoulders and spend some time hanging out with your soul today. Ask for what you need and be ready for the answers. Yeah, they're coming. They're being reflected to you at this time. So whatever situation may have felt hidden or out of your scope of awareness, it's coming in here for you. And a lot of times, Sagittarius, that tower is a shattering of an old belief system within yourself, right? It doesn't even have to be an external shock outwardly. A lot of that times the tower is within oneself. So it can be an unexpected awakening within that allows you to see things from a different point of view than you were able to see before. So I feel massive shifts, massive changes. Triple tower, yep, there's a lot of changes coming in here. But they're offering you the revelation to enjoy the sun, to enjoy this new beginning or this energy of abundance from within, right? This energy of purity, releasing some of the pain, releasing some of the struggles, and knowing and understanding and realizing that everything you need and have and are searching for is right here within you. That is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. And it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly, greatly appreciate. If you're vibing here and haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much, Sagittarius, for your time today. Lots of love.